Welcome to Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, home to the Western Michigan Broncos, where we have a terrific matchup in store. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on another team from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Broncos will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Eastern Michigan Eagles offense will start this game off. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Eastern Michigan going fast. He'll put the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. No huddle here for the offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. They keep attacking through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much. A little bit too eager here in the opening drive, taking a shot deep down the field he probably shouldn't have, and the defense made him pay for it with the INT.
The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got it in the middle, it's Spangler. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic. It gets you a fresh set of hands.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the first and now putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. I mean, they're about to run out of plays. 12th play of the drive coming up. After run, now throw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. He'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So the 16-play drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hardy. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Eastern Michigan going fast. They'll run it from the gun. Got room at the 35. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he's got it inside the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They got the explosive play now to finish the deal. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down with fires the pass. Intercepted. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. He wants to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Snowed under by the defense.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Into the house. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Time to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. It's been very evenly played through 2 quarters. Both teams have been physical. Both teams have battled there in the trenches. Neither has been perfect, but they're both right there in this game. And it's kind of the calm before the storm. Each side sort of licking their wounds right now, but expect another fight in a phone booth in this second half.
The Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table. And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? This is 1995. We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one.
The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. Looking for a crease to the left. On the move is the 30. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll ride the hot hand.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Running to the left. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Swings it out to the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, and the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop it. Touchdown, Broncos.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Western Michigan, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Eastern Michigan going fast. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. Touchdown, Eagles! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that 1st score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
Eastern Michigan, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
This quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Eastern Michigan, 14.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. First down to start the drive after the break. Using his feet. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to he wants to go deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Pittsburgh proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Panthers team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play?
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
He wants to pass it on second down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Western Michigan, 35. Eastern Michigan.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's got his man. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. And it's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Eastern Michigan going fast.
Good enough for a first down.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Got the quick pass. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Broncos! And the pummeling has started. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Pocket starts to collapse. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Finds his man, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Broncos look to keep this drive humming. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
2nd down coming up.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set. 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Got it set up on the outside. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll just keep slinging it. Feeling some heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They want to throw it. Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Eagles! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Touchdown, Western Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. They've got 4 receivers out there, 2 on either side on 2nd and 3. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Looking to throw for it. Finds the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. A clutch throw and catch from the quarterback and the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And I tell you what, you want to get pressure on the quarterback. With these situations, you drop so many guys back deep. But as a defender, you're not trying to catch the ball. You're trying to spike that thing as hard as you can into the ground. The defense has to do a better job, but the offense makes the big play, gets the huge Hail Mary.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for a huge play. Makes the catch down the right side. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. There is time on the clock. If there's time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop it. But I would argue, Reese, you can't just take a knee. You take a knee, run the clock, you still get out of here, and you still get the win.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it.